this video, we are going to rock some simplification problems that involve combining like terms. Let's roll, shall we? We shall. 14w minus 8w in number 1. So remember that when you're combining like terms, you look at the coefficients of the like terms and you do what the operation directs you to do. This is telling you we have 14w's minus 8w's, so we have 6w's remaining. So it's literally as easy as doing 14 minus 8 is 6w's. And that's it. That's your simplified answer. Number 2, now in these kinds of problems where we have to jump over an existing unlike term, it's sometimes easier to group the numbers up together. A lot of people will teach this problem by rewriting it as 8b plus 16 and then rewriting that as plus a negative 12b. So I totally get how they're teaching that. I do this mentally after a while and I think 8b minus 12b is negative 4b. Now, the reason why they teach it this way is so that you can use the commutative property of addition and move the negative 12b to be with its like term of 8b. So I'm showing it to you that way. Either way, I like to say that minus sign here belongs with the 12b. So it's not like it's just floating there and it stays there and the 16 becomes negative and the 12 becomes positive. The negative belongs with the 12. All right, 8b plus a negative 12b. Well, again, you're combining the coefficients. 8 minus 12 or 8 plus a negative 12 is negative 4b. And then we have plus 16 left, which is an unlike term. It is a constant. We cannot add that on to everything remaining because there's no b next to it saying 16b's. It's just 16. Okay, so on to number 3. We've got 7xy minus 10 minus 5xy minus 12. Don't be scared by the x times the y. X times y and x times y, they are like terms. It happens to have 2 variables. So in my head now, what I'm doing is I'm rewriting everything as 7xy plus a negative 5xy. And now I've got plus a negative 10 plus a negative 12, or you could write it as minus 10 minus 12. Either way is fine. Technically, we should be writing it as plus a negative 10 and plus a negative 12. Just make sure you keep the negative signs or the minus signs with the numbers that they were originally attached to. Okay, so 7xy plus a negative 5xy combining like terms is 2xy's. And then we've got minus 10 minus 12, or negative 10 plus a negative 12, which is negative 22. Sweet. Okay, next, number 4. We're looking for those like terms. We have 10n plus 12m minus 5n. All variables, but keeping in mind that the m terms are not the same as the n terms. So mentally, at least, you should be reorganizing. If not at first, rewriting it as plus a negative 5n, swinging this guy over here, and then we have plus 12m. We started out with plus 12m, we must finish with it. 10n plus a negative 5n is a positive 5n plus 12m. And we cannot combine those terms, so we are simplified and finished with the problem. Last but not least, oh no, distributive property with like terms. How do we do it? Well, do the order of operations first. That's not so bad. So the order of operations, well, we would normally do inside the parentheses, but we can't combine that. Ugh. So the next would come, we can't combine it because a and 3 aren't like terms. So the next we could multiply with the distributive property. So negative 10 times, and I look at that as plus a negative 3. Negative 10 times a is minus 10a. Negative 10 times a negative 3 is a positive 30. And then we're just copying the 16a. So now here we have a problem just like this one right here. So we'll finish it off. Negative 10a plus 16a. After a while, you're not going to be rewriting this, and you're going to be able to just combine like terms automatically in your brain, which is cool. For now, I'll be a little more formal with it. Negative 10a plus 16a is positive 6a plus the constant of 30. And we are finito with this video. Sweet stuff, y'all. Combine like terms. When they're like terms, you do what the operation says and you combine the coefficients using standard addition and subtraction rules. Awesome stuff.